Given that this is my first wedding toast, no one warned me that you shouldn't yell leading up to a wedding, so apologies for my voice. So it's really nice to see all of Gayer and Rubali's family, friends, and Ankit in the same room tonight. First of all, I gotta say thank you to everyone who made this possible, especially the bride and groom's parents, and also to all of you for making this weekend so special. So I've known Gayer and Rubali for a little over 8 years now, and I've gotten to meet a lot of you in that time, so most of you know me, but if you don't, my name's Monik and I'm Gayer's best man. Now I gotta tell you, it's inspiring when you have such a talented, handsome, and charismatic friend in your life. But enough about me, I'm here to talk about Gayer. So Gayer's always been extra competitive, and it makes me glad to see that he's finally admitting in front of everyone that I am in fact the best. It's especially tough being Gayer's best man, given that he has about 40 groomsmen here. Actually, over the last year, Gayer's had to be really mean to a lot of people, just so that he could lose some friends before the wedding. For those of you who don't know, Gayer actually held tryouts for anyone interested in being a groomsman. So, congratulations to those of you who made the final cut. And you guys, shout out to these guys in the back. They're all our boys. Now, I've known, so I've watched Gayer and Rubali grow a lot since college. And Rubali has obviously grown into the beautiful and confident bride that we see here before us. And let me assure you that when I first met Gayer, he was half the man that he is today. Literally. When I first met Gayer, he was skinny, wore colored contacts, and spiked his hair up in a way that always made him look like he had just been electrocuted. Thankfully, that's changed. But some things haven't changed about Gayer, like his countless good qualities. For example, Gayer has a really interesting sense of humor. He has this uncanny ability to tell terrible dad jokes all the time. So he would actually say things like, "I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me." And then he would laugh at his own jokes. But the funniest part is he still can't grow a beard. One day, buddy, one day. When I first met Gayer's dad, I realized that Gayer's jokes were just a poor attempt to try to be as funny as Ragesh Uncle. But Ragesh Uncle's way funnier than Gayer. But my favorite quality about Gayer is his dependability. Just a few days ago, in the middle of all of his crazy wedding prep, Gayer took time to actually come all the way to New York just to spend the evening with me and a couple of the other groomsmen for my birthday. And while we were hanging out, I had this realization that Gayer has always been there for me, and I don't think that'll ever change. I want to tell you one quick story about dependability in the context. Sorry. Actually, I don't actually need this. My voice scratches, I'm really sorry. I was really excited this weekend. So I want to tell you one quick story about dependability in the context of Gayer and Rubali's relationship. One day when Gayer was attempting to play basketball, he landed awkwardly and tore his ACL. The problem was, beyond the ACL tear, the problem was that none of his friends were with him because this was in 2011, after we had all graduated college, and Gayer started working in Florida, while we were all up in the Northeast. So Gayer did what any guy would do in that situation. He spent all of his time on the couch, watched Boy Meets World reruns, and ate a lot of mac and cheese. But that was until Rubali decided to change all of her plans and book a flight to Florida. For the next week, she fed him, cleaned him, and made sure he was taken care of. That's the moment I realized that Gayer had found someone as dependable as himself. So I heard basically a saying that says, marriage isn't about finding a person that you could live with, but rather It's about finding the person that you can't live without. And my best friend has found that person. David Rapali, I've learned by watching you two that dependability builds trust. Your friends and loved ones know that they can count on you to keep your word. Be there when you say you'll be there, and do what you say you'll do. Now, I'll always regret that I didn't fly down to support you when you needed me, but I promise that I'll aspire to be more like my best friend and his new bride each day forward. Hold on. Now, I'm sure that all of you have countless stories like that to share about Geir and Rapali. So in that spirit, please raise your glasses and join me in congratulating our newly married couple. Cheers.